Alright everyone, continuing with the phone series, our next phone that we'll be featuring, it's probably going to be a short series, but next phone we're featuring is a ITT Model 2500, and this is even though it is made by ITT, it is technically a Western Electric phone. It is one of the later Model 2500s. As you can obviously see, star and pound key. As you see on the headset there, we have ITT, and also on the back, we'll get a closer look at that later, marked ITT. And here it is. Obviously, as you can see, there's been some yellowing over the years in comparison to what the original tone of the phone was. As you can see, the story of this phone is different. This was from a relative within my family, and this phone was a phone which had been used for a while, from 1984 up until mid-2000s maybe, and it definitely has a lot closer of a relationship to me as opposed to the Model 500 down there, which I got from an antique shop in Frederick. This is from my relatives. It used to have a sticker for local numbers and some other number here, which was related to the telephone company at the time, probably AT&T. I don't believe there was ever a number in the number window here, but nevertheless, let's take a closer look at this phone. So this phone is in pretty good shape, aside from the yellowing of the case. Everything is present. The cord is in phenomenal shape, has retained its coil perfectly, unlike the Model 500, where, as you can obviously see, this is starting to go. But this phone in great shape with the cord. Logos there, ITT. And also, if we have a look on the back of the base, you also see the ITT logo again. Now, unfortunately, with this phone, it does have some damage. The rear port here looks like the phone was dropped, so it is cracked and is wiggling all around. And now the side which is connected to the headset is good, handset, but the connection for the line is not. So obviously, standard buttons all are working, and this phone I've had for much longer. I've had for a number of years. I've been always messing around with it because this is one of the few phones that is touch tone where it is essentially an analog device, and you can push both buttons in a row or both buttons in a column and you'll get the singular tone. So I used to do that a lot as a kid. Now, going to the bottom of this phone, there we go. You can obviously see the ITT badge there. You have your ringer loudness adjustment, which really the only ringer settings this phone has are loud and super loud, because even all the way in, this phone is about twice or three times louder than the 500 on its quietest ring setting. So that's a pretty poor adjustment. If we take a look at, there's a code which says RB, and we have a look at the code over here. 2500 44 FBA 20M 984. So the base was September 1984, and as we did with the other phone, I'm actually not going to do it now because it is very hard to get this particular screw cap on with this phone. It's very annoying because you have to get the microphone exactly in the right place. But the microphone is dated 7/84, so both 1984 components. Both are in great shape, and we'll go ahead and place some calls now.
not be completed as dialed. Please check the number and try your call again. Thank you.
Hello, so here's the quality on this phone. I presume it sounds about the same as the Model 500 if you've seen that video. And yeah, not much else to say. I'm talking to you from a cell phone. So this is the quality which you're able to get from a cell phone calling this phone. Calling another landline may be better, but this is around the quality that you'd expect and how it sounds coming through the speaker on the earpiece. So, we'll go ahead and hang up the phone, and you'll now hear the ringer on this one, and it is much louder even than the Western Electric at